Okay, what's up, everybody? It's Kyle with another episode of Hillsborough and 100 and Real. It's been a few weeks because I was away, but I'm excited to have Angie Lugo back. So, Angie, thanks for being with me.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. So, Angie, guys, was on, it's over a month ago now, and Angie is 101 days away from her wedding in St. Lucia, correct?
Correct.
Cool. And Angie went through the Panda program twice, and she has just really exceeded all of her expectations. I'm very proud of her. Just remind people that if they didn't see the last episode, when you came to me for the Panda Challenge, what was your initial goal as far as weight loss?
Well, there were like three goals. I would be thrilled with even 10 just to see if this was kind of bogus or not. And I would be happy with 15, but I would be thrilled with 20.
And where are you at now?
I'm 32.
32
and counting. Yeah.
32 and counting. And it just keeps moving along, right?
Yeah. I'm trying not to get greedy. I would love another 20. But like I said in the last podcast, I don't want to change the way I look,
Yeah.
just as long as I'm healthy. I don't want to be that person on her wedding day that's like super skinny and then,
Yeah, you're doing
I'm being humble about it.
Yeah. And and what you've already seen and what you're gonna continue to have is something that's sustainable for you. That's the whole idea of it, right? Like nice
Correct.
and steady. And so what you got 101 days to the wedding. Where's your mindset at as far as that? I know we've talked a little bit about training potentially. You're still doing the black version of the Panda, but where's your mindset at?
So I had to return, as you know, my wedding dress because it wasn't even the ability to have alterations was null and void. It was just a bag. So I do, like I said, I want to keep it real and humble. So my first fitting is supposed to be sometime in May. So that's just less than a month away. So I'm going to keep up with this journey and then just not go too crazy, like probably change from my 48 hours to just OMADs. Because I don't want to come June 15th or July 1st at my dress, there's issues. So I'm probably going to, I am going to continue even though post-wedding. So this is not just a gimmicky thing.
Yeah.
And, to tone up, I'm doing everything you're telling me to do with the walking backwards. I'm doing that. I go to Anvant. I'm going today.
Right.
Because I have a bum shoulder and other stuff, I've been doing some abs that kind of don't hurt the rest of my body.
Sure. So you kind of have the opposite problem that a lot of women have when it comes to the wedding, the wedding dress. I know a lot because I know some other people they're nervous they might not fit into it on the flip side, but you actually have concerns that you might make it so it's too big on you.
Right. And I don't want to look like not me. I mean, it's great. People say, oh, you look great. You look and I do feel great, but I'm Angie's Angie. I need to stay humble. Like, I don't want to go too crazy.
Sure.
So, and yes, I would never judge those that suffer that their wedding dresses don't fit and they're stressed out. I'm on several wedding face groups and you see that all the time. I was one of them that would have happened if I didn't do something.
Sure. Yeah, I think that's a great message for women out there that are getting married. I mean, this plan is very effective and sustainable, as you see. And now, I think I saw in your Panda alumni group. So Angie really took this on, guys, and she has a whole bunch of people that have gone through the Panda, and they've got their cool own little thing going on, like their own little social club.
Oh yeah,
it's awesome because
some of us don't even know each other. We love each other. It's like we don't hear 2 days, and it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. So I get to see all that, and it's really neat. Now, are you going to be doing the upcoming fat shredder at the gym? Did I see that?
I want to talk to you about it. I do. Okay. I just will have to do a lot of modified. It will be good for me because it's what I need now. It's exactly what I need. I'm now at the level where, okay, wow, this is working, but fat shredder is something that I really need. I just need to talk to you about all the modified stuff.
Yeah.
that I'll need to do.
Sure, we can go over that, certainly. One of the main things I want you to get across or ask you today. So you're going through a menopausal stage, correct?
Correct.
All right. So what I've seen throughout the years, guys, is women in particular are going through their premenopausal or menopausal, postmenopausal. It's very, very difficult to have help them lose weight because you normally follow traditional North American diets. Talk about your experience going through that stage of your life while doing the Panda, some of the positive things that you've noticed.
Drastic difference. I mean, I went from everybody around me knew, the whole world knew about my hot flashes and just my shorter breath and having to run outside in the middle of winter. It was just terrible. I barely have them now. Randomly I get them, but instead of lasting 3 minutes, it's 2 seconds.
It's amazing.
That was one of the huge that, and you know, it happens to many of us. I was just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, you know. I mean, I was also eating like an a-hole, but it was all the bad symptoms that you get with that. Just, that was me.
Yeah. And it's
So,
directly related to the hormones. And
right.
when you fast in this nature, you're really, insulin is a master hormone. It's controlling those other hormones. And I've had women, Angie, that are going through menopause, postmenopausal, and they've done 40-day diets, stuff where they're starving themselves.
Yeah.
And they can't even lose a pound. I'm
Yeah.
talking on like 600 calories a day. And
Yeah.
then they go to this and they've had the same results you've had where it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
So pretty awesome.
It is. And I still have my issues, but they're not severe at all. And you know, this is not a fad, a gimmicky, I'm just one of Kyle Newell groupies. This is like totally, you know, cardiologist approved, OBGYN. She's just like, rock on. Oh, do it. I'm happy. I tell her every single thing I do.
Nice.
And they're thrilled. My cardiologist uses like Panda techniques with her patients.
That's great.
Great. And my symptoms of menopause sometimes are there, but they're not as severe. The hot flashes are very slim to none. And the weight gain, even my hair loss and stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's almost null and void.
That's fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that. And remind people, because again, maybe not everybody's seen the last episode, but about your blood work that you had gotten back last time you showed it to me.
My blood work pre-Panda Diet was borderline like heart disease. Triglycerides, like you know, which is fat in your blood. Mm-hmm. High cholesterol. I mean, it was just terrible. And now it's like the best ever.
And what'd your doctor say about that?
She's like 10 pounds, in 10 more pounds, I'm taking you off of everything. Nice. So it's been now 22. So, that's great. Yeah, I'm that was huge because again, it goes back to not just how I feel, but just the real health part.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a key component. And you know, me and Angie,
and my relationship with food. So, you know, yeah. Your palate changes.
It does.
So now, as you have taught me, and the Panda way has taught me, is to break my fast with a bowl of fruit, and it just tastes different now. Fruit, you know, I wasn't really a huge fan, and now it's like it's the best. Like it tastes like a bowl of candy.
Yeah, it is amazing, right? How do like when you have your cheat day or your off day, do those foods still taste as good? Do they, like, what does that make you feel when you're eating foods that, you know, that you typically don't?
Well, I'm a foodie, so even though I can eat like crappy food that I have, but that I will have a stomach ache. I won't feel good if I eat like bad stuff.
Sure.
I do noticed that even on my treat day, and Jerry's doing the exact same thing, I'm fasting until I feast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
instead of saying, okay, tomorrow's my treat day, I'm going to have avocado toast, which is good for you. Then I'm going to have this and I'm going to have that. I find myself that, I'm not eating till much later. Like my body's already trained.
Yeah. It is. I was trying to explain that. We had to rip dads one of their lessons last night, and some of them are still, what about my cheat day? Do I eat all? I said, you're not, once you do this long enough, you're not going to have the desire to eat all day long.
You don't. Jerry doesn't. Jerry, I yell at him on his treat day.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why are you drinking the juice? I was going to make you breakfast. He's like, I'm going to fast for a little bit. So.
Yeah. Talk about that. So Angie's soon to be husband, Jerry, is doing the rip dads now. So when you first started with the Panda, before I met Jerry, what was his mindset towards it, or what you were doing? Did he think it was crazy? And how's it seeing him do it now?
Yes. Extreme, blah, blah, blah. I got like tennis elbow for working from home. Like, I don't have a chair, the chairs that you have an armrest and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, that's because you're fasting. I hurt my shoulder from an old injury and I ended up having MRI. He's like, oh, that's probably from, I'm like, oh yeah, it was ridiculous.
And what's it like for you now to see him going through the rip dads?
It's amazing, but it's like, wow, really? The dude like lost his belly within 3 weeks. Men are a little different than women, and he's only done 1 48-hour. He does the OMAD. He does the OMAD. He does the 1 meal a day. And he's just losing every weigh-in. He comes upstairs. So I'm usually still in bed. And he comes upstairs and he shows me the sheet.
That's great.
Oh yeah. He's can't say a word.
Yeah.
And then there's people that still judge. I had a friend the other day that said fasting's not my jam. I said, that's fine. Do you.
Yeah, that's it. It's not for everybody.
It's all good.
And it's the people that always want to bash it, though, are the people that have never tried it. They've never tried it, and it's almost too simple for them. And
I would never. There's some things that work for other people, and and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Lastly, talk about your energy levels. Like, what have you noticed with your energy levels throughout the days?
I mean, that was a good change. I mean, there are days, again, because I'm going through, my women issues, that I still struggle with that. Okay. But somebody just texted, I'm getting a text right now, Messenger. Please tell me about the Panda. It just flashed on my screen.
There you go. You got to tell them. So me and Angie were just talking before we start recording. She's going to be, the Panda number 7 starts May 3rd. So you guys will start seeing things on Facebook where you can apply for that. I'm taking 12 people. I think I already got 2, but Angie's going to be within the first lesson, kind of sharing her experience with the other new people doing the Panda, and so you can see a real life example and have the chance to ask her questions, which I'm excited about. So that's going to be really cool to be able to do that with you.
Cool. Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. It's exciting to see the progress of other people. People that struggle. Yeah.
Right, and I see you got your Panda shirt on there, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be getting the hat soon. There you go. That's great. Any final words of wisdom? We'll make sure we do this again within about a month as you keep approaching your wedding. But any final things you want to say?
Just that, for those that have either struggled post kids or all their life, it doesn't matter, men or women. It's a weight loss journey that affects everything, your mind, your body, everything, and it works. It's not gimmicky. You're not drinking shakes. You're not counting calories. It works.
Nice and simple. Well, I appreciate it.
It's simple. It's simple. We don't have to memorize anything.
Nope. Simplicity is the key. I always tell people complexity is the enemy of execution. This is the exact opposite.
Exactly.
So, Angie, I'm just going to bring this to a close. Give me 1 second here.